Everyone's talking about the reveal of Deadpool's official movie costume in this striking action shot.
What kind of action are you talking about?
Meanwhile, we're talking about Ra's al Ghul. Welcome to Meanwhile, the show that introduces you to the world of comics and connects it to the shows and games you already know and love. My name's Nathan Fondre. Let's get started. He was the main villain behind Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, and this year on Arrow, Oliver Queen and company have come into direct conflict with the enigmatic leader of the League of Assassins. So, we figured it was time to take a look at the criminal mastermind himself, Ra's al Ghul.
You are pronouncing it wrong, sir. It is Ra's al Ghul.
Oh yeah? Well, take a look at this.
Ra's al Ghul.
Okay, we'll take a look at this!
Ra's al Ghul.
Oh yeah? Well, what about this?
I know it!
Ra's al Ghul is the 700-year-old leader of the League of Assassins. He's looking pretty good for 700.
He's hitting that gym hard, bro!
He did not skip like that.
He's on that 5-hour energy.
Alright! Ra's grew up in the nomadic tribe in the desert, wandering and hunting and gathering. But young Ra's wanted to be a scientific man, so he left his tribe to go study alchemy in the big city. Turns out he was kind of a genius and did very well for himself, helping people, discovering the source of healing and immortality in the Lazarus pits, getting married. Life was good.
Wait, what did you say about the pit?
I said he got married.
No, the other pit.
The Lazarus pits. He discovered naturally occurring chemical springs that when a person bathes in them, heals and rejuvenates them. They work so well, they can even bring back the recent dead. So, Ra's, in an effort to score points with the local sultan, agrees to bring back his recently dead son. Turns out, the prince was dead for a little too long, and when he comes back, he turns out to be a little cray-cray, killing Raz's wife and then blaming Raz for the crime. So, after being wrongly imprisoned with his wife's dead body, we are presented with the perfect ingredients to make
The Powerpuff Girls!
No, a supervillain. And how the hell don't you know the actual ingredients to the Powerpuff Girls? It's in the first 10 seconds of every episode.
Why you both watch the Powerpuff Girls?
We do not watch the Powerpuff Girls! Raz escapes from prison, comes back to the city with the tribe that he grew up with, and kills everyone, installing himself as the new leader and giving himself the name Ra's al Ghul, or the head of the demon.
So what was his name before? No, but like what was it? I feel like our viewers want to know.
I don't know! No one knows! Using the Lazarus pits to keep him alive, Raz travels the world. He fights in many wars and studies with the greatest warriors of history, becoming a master tactician and swordsman. And since he has plenty of time on his hands, he manages to amass quite a bit of money that he uses to create his own criminal organization called the Demon. So, he comes up with a brilliant plan to save the world.
I thought he was the bad guy.
A plan that involves killing off most of humanity.
Oh.
And this is when he runs into Batman. He's fascinated by the self-made superhero and even tries to get Batman to join him and become his heir by offering him the hand of his daughter Talia in marriage. But Batman turns him down. Well, first he sleeps with Talia, fathering a son Damian, and then he turns Ra's down. You can see where Ra's might be a little pissed off. So pissed off, in fact, that he releases an Ebola-like virus called the Clench on Gotham City. Actually, this was part of his plan to wipe out humanity, so we'll just call that a bonus for him. Over the years, he's continued his quest to save the world and destroy humanity, using his tactical knowledge to always stay one step ahead of the superheroes and take advantage of their greatest weaknesses. Batman, Death of the Maidens by Greg Rucka and Klaus Janson. Ra's has lost access to the Lazarus pits and is slowly dying. Batman knows the location of the last pit. Ra's has to make a deal with his enemy and handle a situation with his daughter Nyssa, who is out for revenge on her father for the choices he's made. Rucka brings his hard-boiled crime background to his dark story, examining some of the tough choices that Ra's has made for the greater good. It's primarily a story of family and the sacrifices that both Ra's and Batman make in their quests. It's also the first introduction of Nyssa, who plays a prominent part in the Arrow TV series.
Guys, I found the Lazarus pit!
Chris, that is literally a pile of toxic waste.
I'm just gonna try it, because honestly, you guys are being really negative about this whole thing. I have 6 fingers!
Wow, how did you add a finger? JLA, Tower of Babel by Mark Waid, Howard Porter, and Steve Scott. Batman has a plan for everything, including taking down his fellow members of the JLA if they should ever go rogue. In this book, Ra's gets a hold of those plans, and, well, let's just say it doesn't go well for the JLA, and especially Batman. This book really shows off the strategic genius of Ra's as he maneuvers each of the most powerful superheroes on the planet into their downfalls, and manages to stay one step ahead of Batman himself. It's a smart, fun read with some pretty serious implications for the JLA. Roz just enjoyed a great run in Batman and Robin with the Hunt for Robin storyline by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason. Damian Wayne, Batman and Talia al Ghul's son, has been serving as Robin until he is seemingly killed. Batman is trying to move on from the death, but Roz has decided not to and steals the body. It's another huge event in the life of Roz and his nemesis. The trade paperback collecting issues 29 through 34 of Batman and Robin is coming out in June of 2015. Now that you know where to start with Ra's al Ghul, be sure to subscribe so you'll know every Thursday when a new episode of Meanwhile comes out, and feel free to add any story suggestions that you have in the comment section below. Meanwhile, background changed. Meanwhile, Meg has created her own plan to save the world.
I call it uppercut to the world. Okay, just lift me up.
No, I got it.
Just lift me up.
Okay.
All right, and I'll punch the world.
Why can't you just punch downward?
I called uppercut to the world, Chris.